Minyazovut Wally. This is going to be another video in my Robbed Goddess series. You can check the prior one that I did about the 94 Worlds All Around. I'll put it up here. Today we're going to be looking at the floor final from the 2007 Worlds in Stuttgart. It was an incredibly close final with only 0.2 of a point separating the top 6 gymnasts, and mind you, this was after the implementation of the open-ended scoring system, so that really gives you an idea of how close it was. The reigning world champion Cheng Fei from China probably would have repeated, except she had a disastrous error on her final tumbling pass, which knocked her down to 5th place. So what I'm going to do is play the routines of the gymnasts who finished from 1st to 4th in reverse order, and then I'll be back with my thoughts about this whole mess.
Una nota algo más baja, pero no deja de ser China y siempre son peligrosas. Doble carpado atrás, ha perdido en la segunda diagonal por los pasos que ha dado Jiang Yuyuan, otra gimnasta nueva. 6.20 para Jiang Yuyuan y 15.100 última gimnasta de 16 años, también muy joven. Primer mundial, cuarta en el europeo de Ámsterdam. Doble en plancha de entrada. Media pirueta doble mortal adelante agrupado. Es el más bajo de todos, pero buen trabajo el de la francesa. Es un poquitín más baja y eso le da la segunda plaza. Le da la segunda plaza momentáneamente a Cassy Vericel. Que tenía la segunda mejor nota de las 8 finalistas, y esto puede que a lo mejor termine siendo oro y plata para Estados Unidos. Medio giro doble agrupado adelante. ¿Cómo compite esta niña? Doble carpado atrás. Todas las gimnastas han fallado, pero qué fuerte. 925 de ejecución y así va a ser. Segunda posición para Alicia Sacramone, doblete para los Estados Unidos, que se llevan el oro y la plata en la final de suelo. Cuando dé el estirón y tenga el desarrollo, consigue mantener control dentro de gravedad. Que eso es lo que desestabiliza completamente a las gimnastas cuando pasan de cuerpo de niña a cuerpo de mujer. Medio giro doble agrupado atrás. Doble carpado atrás. Estuvo el otro día con el recurso de levantar el talón cuando llegaba la banda, a punto de salir. El otro día sí le valió, pero hoy no lo ha valido. Hoy la juez.
Was die Chinesen bei den Männern sind, die Amerikanerinnen bei den Frauen. Sie gewinnen fast überall. Und die Wertung für Shawn Johnson.
So after actually boycotting the open-ended scoring system for the past 16 years or so, I have finally decided to learn it, or as much of it as I can. I'm never going to be able to learn bars. It's just it's not going to work. I am making an effort. Although I don't like the direction that gymnastics is going, I do think it's important to know the code of points for argumentation's sake at least. I scored the routines of these 4 gymnasts, and believe it or not, I came up with a 3-way tie for the gold medal, which I think is very 2017 World's Bars Final of me. One important thing to point out is that under this code, artistry deductions were incredibly lenient, to the point where I think you would have to be basically 2018 Jade Carey level to accrue any artistry deductions. So that clearly was not a factor in this final, but honestly, it needed to be. For Jiang Yuyuan to finish in 4th place, despite showing the best combination of sport and artistry, in my opinion, is such a crying shame. Her gymnastics exuded a true joie de vivre and a love for the sport that really harkens back to the days when I fell in love with the sport. So I think I've made it pretty obvious that I feel like the FIG is intent on incrementally destroying women's artistic gymnastics more and more with each passing year. And I wanted to show this final as ocular proof of what has been happening. I think it should be fairly obvious to anybody who loves artistic gymnastics that the results of this final just don't feel right. And of course, this is all just in my humble opinion. I cannot state that enough. I need to make a disclaimer screen at the beginning of each video. This is all my opinion. It's subjective. This is a subjective sport. These are my opinions. I cannot speak for anybody but myself. I don't mean to speak as though my opinion is fact, although it might come across that way. These are just my opinions, and I am curious to hear what yours are. Please sound off down below. I am working on the deepest of dives about the 92 Olympic floor final. I can't even say how long that's gonna take to edit, so in the meantime, check out my Instagram. I hope everybody has a great day. Do skórva, take care. Bye, loves.